It's that time of the week again. Pixel Chatter is here, and it looks like we're live. Awesome. How's everybody doing? This very, very special edition. Aha! Check out the hat. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Do you like the hat? Alrighty. G'day, everybody. How you going? What's going on? G'day, Brian. Merry Christmas to you, buddy. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Laurel, how you going? All right, perfect. Let me bring the chat up on my phone now. If that's going to work for me. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let me find it. Let me find it. How's everyone doing, by the way? What's going on for you guys? Here we go. We can chat up. No. Let's turn that down. Don't want that. There we go. Skip the ad. Perfect. Now I can see the chat. Awesome. Well, what is going on in your world? Xmas pudding bubbling away on the stove. Really? Awesome. G'day, Tim. How you going, buddy? Check this hat out. Here we go. Hang on. I need to lower my chair a bit. Hang on. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Where's the button? There's a button on it somewhere. Let me get the hat going. Oh, no. Where is it? There is a button somewhere. I've got to find the button. And the hat does something funny. Where's the button? Oh no, is that the button? Oh, here we go. Hey. What do you think of the hat? Well. It's a bit noisy, isn't it? Let's see if we can turn that off. Crikey. That was a little loud, wasn't it? Anyway, what have we got planned for this show? We've got quite a few things planned for this show. First of all, I want to say a big thank you, big shout out. This is episode 76, right? So this has been going for a couple of years now, the old Pixel Chatter show. I want to give a big shout out to those of you that tune in pretty much every single time we have Pixel Chatter and support the show. A very special thank you to the VIPs, the very important photographers. You know who you are. They are the ones that are in the private VIP group that we have on Facebook that support this channel through Patreon. Thank you for being there for that. And I'm super grateful as we come to the end of another year and look forward to 2020 and what 2020 has in store for us. Can't wait to see what we're going to be up for 2020. The whole camera game is changing before our very eyes, isn't it? As to what's available. And it's tempting sometimes to get dragged into that vortex of gear. I nearly did a couple of times this year, but instead I resisted. Resisted the temptation. That is one crazy hat. Yes, it is. It's pretty cool, isn't it? G'day, Spanner. How you going? All right. So today's show is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to critique any images today. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the back catalogue of the 2019 images that were critiqued. Now, there was 45 images in total, and we're going to go through those very shortly and have a look at those. Before we do, thank you to those that came to the Sydney meet and greet this morning. The weather, it was raining right beforehand, pouring in fact. We had grey skies, but everyone had a great time, and I think it was a really good morning. G'day, Bala. Thank you. Glad you like the hat. And even though the weather was a bit off, I still managed to get myself some shots that I was happy with. In fact, I might just jump in there and show you. What did I do with that file? There it is. And this will give an idea of my way of shooting anyway, because you're going to see how many shots I take. And I had a lot of trouble this morning keeping the lens clear. So you'll see as we go through the images, you sort of get a feel for how they're a bit foggy. And sometimes I end up with water droplets on the lens. So that one there, you can see water droplets everywhere. So then I would wipe it down. I get a rag out and I'd wipe it down. And the problem with that is then sometimes I'd get some that look foggy. But what I was waiting for I know it's a bit hard to see because the exposure's down. I was waiting for the water to come over these rocks here. But I have one that I really like. Let me just jump back out to the grid because I do take a lot. So it gives you a bit of an idea. Where is it? Unfortunately, down here too. See there? The morning. I've been trying. Head there, the crowd. So you can see. I think we're going to come back. I think we're going to make a comeback. Here we go. Come on, internet. You can do it. I think we're back. I think we're back. Back. Bennett was a 700. I think. Come on, internet. Are we back? Holy moly, this is bad. Very bad internet today. Anyway, let's see why better internet from it. I think it's working. Oh, it's unhappy. I don't know what's going on with the internet. It's not happy. Let's see how we go. Have we got me on the live stream? Yes. Come on, internet. Be good to us. Oh, my little internet thing's overheating. Maybe that's why. All right, can you hear me? Am I back? I think we might be back. What a mess, eh? All right, cool. We're back. Okay. G'day, Glenn. How you going? All right, I think we're back. Would be nothing. It would not be a proper Pixel Chatter without some technical difficulties, would it? Hey, we need to have a technical difficulty every now and then. That's what makes this show so special, is having a technical difficulty. Anyway, alrighty, where was I? What was I talking about when all that happened, when it all fell apart? I don't know. I think I was talking about the meetup. Was I talking about the catch-up? What was I talking about? I can't remember. Anyway, if you are keen on more meetups next year, let me know. And I'm going to try and make more happen. So I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. There is going to be a meetup at the end of January, somewhere around Australia Day in Nelson Bay, where we're going to have a meetup. That'll be a bit of fun. So if you're in that area, let me know, and we'll see how we go. We're trying to ring picture water drops. All right. I think we're back. It says my stream is good. Everything's good again. Everything's come good. You know what I think happened? I use this little Wi-Fi dongle. I can't show you because I don't want to upset it. But it's a little square thing, and it runs on batteries. I had it plugged in, and I think because it was plugged in, it overheated. So, yeah. Anyway, that's how it goes. So, this, so we're going to do meetups. There's going to be one in January in Nelson Bay. So if you're around that area from the Central Coast or Newcastle area or Mid-North Coast, then you'll be able to come to the meetup. We're also toying with the idea of doing a meetup in February in Myall Lakes National Park. Now, Myall Lakes National Park is sort of up north as well, mid-north coast, but it's going to be a camping meetup. Now, you can come just for the day if you wanted to, but I'm going to camp there for a couple of nights, and anybody who wants to drop in can drop in. You can camp for a night, camp for 2 nights, but there's some really nice images to be had there. In particular, it's where we're going to stay is called Causman Landing, and it has beautiful compositions like, let me show you some of the compositions. There we go. This one here was from there. Well, not that one. I want to show you a different one. What? Yeah, that one. I'll show you that one. There we go. So, come on, mouse. There we go. So this one here is Causman's Landing. And there's these trees everywhere with these amazing root systems. So you can see my series of shots. Here's another one that I took. Lots and lots of different compositions. It's not up north, no. You're up north. As you can see, I've still got heaps to edit from that morning. Heaps to edit. And typically I like shooting panos and... What about this one here? There we go. You can see, look at the root structures on these trees. That is everywhere, that sort of detail on the trees. So that's what we'll be shooting. And we'll spend... There is a jetty there as well for those that like jetties. I don't know anybody that likes jetties, but, you know, there is one there just in case. I think that we could definitely shoot jetties. I've got a tickle in my throat tonight. Shocking. Sorry if I cough and it comes through loud. I'll do my best not to let that happen. Okay, cool. Let's get into this. So that's what we're planning. So if you're trying to find picture. Yeah, if you're keen on any of those, let me know. But that's what I'm planning. I'm planning to try and do more meetups throughout the year as we go. Because it's a lot of fun, isn't it? A lot of fun catching up and taking photos together. So there you go. All right. So let's jump into the VIP challenges. Whilst everything is working, that's what we're going to do. We're going to jump across into the VIP group and have a look at the last challenges, the 2 challenges that we had. It was interesting. Steve said that he had a bit of fun editing this one up here because the amount of dust bunnies in it, and there's a lot of dust bunnies in the shot, isn't there? Very challenging from a cloning point of view. I think it was my D700, was it? Might have been. I can't remember, to be honest with you, what I shot with this with. Let's have a look. I'm going to bring it over onto the screen. There we go. So this is a place up in the Gold Coast called, I think it's Kuwarra from memory. Just near the Surf Life Club there. There's a surf club. And I got up in the morning. And funnily enough, it was no different to this morning. It had rained and then it was all overcast. And quite often you think you're not going to see anything. But I was really, really lucky. As you can see, the colour went off. And I named this one Fire in the Sky when I edited it. And it took a bit of effort because of the dust bunnies. There's no doubt about that. Since then, I've learned how to keep my sensor much cleaner. Anyway, let's have a look and see what we've got. Tim Trim. So as you can see, took the tree out, did some spot healing. Beautiful shot. Love it. Love it. Izzy. Lightroom. Clone out about 30 dust spots. Very dirty sensor. Yes, it was, wasn't it? Good practice for you all. Perfect. I really like the way you've got the light shining on the side there. Beautiful. Very nice. Radial filter for sand. Create shadow for hut. Nice. Very good. Very creative, is he? I like that. Rob Roy. Tried to remove some of the distractions. Yes, so there was a shirt and stuff hanging around. Quite difficult to remove some of it. What do we got going on there? Let me go back. Yeah, there it is there. That's the shirt. So yeah, you can see you remove that. And once again, looks like you got rid of a lot of the dust spots, but I can still see some. Very dirty sensor, wasn't it? Matt's. I was a bit restrained this time. Cool. Brian. Couldn't work out which one I liked the most. I've posted 2. Good job, buddy. Had a bit of a play with the spot removal tool. Yes, I had lots of spots in there. Lots and lots of spots. That is for sure. Therese Elsie. Cleaned out part of the tree. A lot of people did that, eh? Lots of dust spot removal. Thanks heaps for the visualize spots tip, Ben. Yes, you're welcome. So if you don't know how to do that, I'll show you very shortly. Steve Algie, quick 20-minute edit before the show. Challenging with all the dust bunnies. Yes. 2x1 pano and added a bunch of drama. I like it, mate. Good stuff. All right. So if I jump back out and we go to Lightroom real quickly, let's jump in there. I'll show you how to spot these dust bunnies. Now that one was Gold Coast, I think it's in here somewhere. Yeah, there it was. Went past it. One of these images here, wasn't it? Which one was it? Oh no, that's, you can see it's a sunny morning, that one. It's not them. Let's have a look. Don't seem to have it there. That's alright. I'll bring one of these up and we'll see if I've got dust on the sensor. Oh, there we go. Here it is. Let's have a look at this one here. So, to see the dust spots, you're going to develop. Go into this little icon here, the second one in, which is the Heal tool. And down the bottom, you click the Visualize Spots. And you can see that you can move this slider around to adjust what you see. And you can see the dust spots really easily. Okay, so if you're wondering what that Therese was talking about, that's it. You can really see the dust spots in these images. Makes it very easy to spot them. Shows you other things as well, but it's a very easy way to see the dust spots. Alrighty. So good job on that editing challenge, guys. That's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about having a bit of a go and seeing what you come up with. Now, my finished version was a HDR version, so let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that quickly. My HDR version is in here. And it'll be in here somewhere. Let me have a look. Fire in the sky. Tell you what, I think I'm pretty good at keeping my images organised, but I've got so many, I need to get even better at it, I think. Because I'm struggling to find them. Let's go into here. Search for fire in the sky. Who else names their images? Do you name your images? Tell me if you name your images and how do you do it? How do you go about naming your images? And then if I remember the names. Can't believe it. For most of them. Not all of them. Most of them I remember the names. Which is just uncanny that a part of my brain is being used for that. It's got to be here somewhere. I can find a couple of versions of it. There we go. That's the version, I think. That is definitely the version. So, let me bring this up for you. Remembering that I shot HDR for this shot. So I shot HDR. You can see I've got rid of all the dust bunnies. But yeah, I've definitely shot HDR. And then edited it with HDR. But I've left the towel in. Or whatever that is, the shirt. But I've definitely got rid of all the dust bunnies. Definitely. I enjoy naming my work emotions or thoughts. Yeah. Yours was HDR too, Brian? Yeah, cool. Good job, guys. Anyway, that gives you an idea of what I did. And I'm pretty sure that was my D700. Yeah. No, it was D800. There you go. It was 2 cameras ago. D800. That's a small version. That's a edited version I export, you'll see it's only 1500 wide. That's why it looked a bit blurry on the screen, but it probably does anyway for you guys. Good stuff. So well done on the editing challenge. All right, next one. Let's go to the VIP challenge. This is the fun one, isn't it? How's the streaming strength? It's good now. It's all good. Everything is good. Okay. Oh, Brian's got one in the comments too. He thinks this one's a bit better. Let's show that one actually. I do like that one, Brian. Went down to the comments for some reason. There we go. Check that out. Very cool. You know what I love about the editing challenge? I love the creativity that you have. You know, I see so much more creative, like all this creativity. Because it's one image, you get a feel for how different people process things. So it's pretty cool, really, isn't it? So well done. Well done on that. We'll continue that again in 2020, the editing challenge. All right, let's go to the next one, which is the VIP challenge. Now, the VIP challenge is a challenge that is picked by the previous VIP winner. And the VIP winner last time was Therese Elsey. And Therese Elsey selected contrast for her editing challenge theme. Contrast, here we go. And it was good to see quite a few entries. So for the contrast theme, it was awesome, in fact. So good job, Therese, for picking that one. So this was challenge 56. So we've had 56 of these challenges, which is awesome as well. When you start thinking about how long this show's been going for and what we've been doing. I just wet that throat a little bit. So I'm going to flip over to the challenge screen. So the challenge is open to VIPs. Now, to become a VIP, you go to patreon.com/on3legs with the number 3. The link is down below in the description. And you can learn all about becoming a patron and joining the private online VIP, very important photographer group. All right, here we go. Let's have a look through these images. Okay, Tim Trim, Trinity Beach testing Panasonic 100-400 on the EM1 Mark II. I tell you what, it looks sharp, buddy. Bit of chromatic aberration or something around the edges, but all good. Looks good. Nice one. Stephen Cast, subtle colours and contrast early one morning. Oh, I like it. Paddleboarder cruising past. Another one for Stephen Cast. An evening at the Wakatani Riverheads. The haze is from the Australian bushfires. Yeah, isn't that amazing that that smoke is reaching you guys over there in New Zealand? That's why my that's why my throat's niggly, because I've had sinus troubles for like weeks because of the smoke. That's a nice image, mate. Really like that one. Love it. Stephen Cass. Here's another one. It says, here's what the smoke can do in the morning. We are more than 1,500 kilometres from Australia. Yes, you are. Incredible, isn't it? You're still getting the effects of it. Therese Elsey. Bushfire sun in the jacaranda tree. Nice. I like the fact there's a spider web going across it. Beautiful. Melbourne at dusk. This is Laurel Box. Good job, Laurel. Lots of contrast there. Laurel Box. Contrast between green capsicums and eggplant. Laurel Box, Mornington Peninsula, Victoria. Lots of contrast there. Nice. Matt Sandquist was down to mother-in-law some weekend ago, and she lives in the very south of Sweden. I got the turning torso last challenge, but also at this beach we always come back because of some spectacular sunsets. Yeah, nice. Looks like little beach huts or something. Tim Trim, Stony Creek Frogs. Contrast between male and female, size and coloration. Definitely. Great shot, mate. Nice and sharp eyes. That's what you want in macro, isn't it? Ren, Rose Contrast. Wow, that's nice, mate. Lovely. Ren Thielen, Fremantle War Memorial railing. Black and white contrast. Very nice. Stephen Algie, contrast. Lone tree silhouette. Smoke-filled sky lit by the morning light. Getting right into your fine art, Steve. You're doing a great job, buddy. Love what you're doing. Another one by Steve Algie. Lone Tree. Shot mid-afternoon blue sky using PS black and white converter. I was able to increase blue luminance and reduce the green luminance to create this contrasting image. Very clever. Steve Algie. Under the bridge. Shot image mid-morning using Photoshop. I was able to convert to black and white. Then use luminance sliders and the shadows under the bridge to create the contrast. Very cool. All right. So there's all our contrast entries. The last VIP challenge for 2019. I've had the boss go through and select a winner and an honourable mention. My tablet's making it. My mouse move as I'm grabbing the paper off my Wacom tablet. All right, here we go. So let's start with the honourable mention goes to hey, Stephen Cass. Well done, buddy, for your honourable mention. Excellent. Nice job. And the winner goes to, it's like a shuffle. Look at it. Winner goes to, oh, it's slowing down. There it is. Ren Thielen with his rose. The contrast of the red and the grey in the background, the black and white. Good job, everybody. Well done for entering the VIP challenge, the last one for 2019. Congrats. Congrats, Ren. You won. I'm just putting the notes in here. The final VIP challenge for 2019. Pick a theme for the first challenge of 2020. Please message me when you have one. There we go. That'll give us something to do over Christmas. If he picks one early, we get that going. So there's all the entrants. Well done. Looks like Rob Roy added one here as well into the comments. Got to make sure you upload them into the album, guys. We missed them. Good stuff, mate. Nice. Nice one. Alrighty. Good job. How good's that? Such a good entry. So good to see. Well done, everybody. All right, let's have a look through the chat box. Who's joining us? I can see Colin Stalker. G'day, Colin. How are you, buddy? Good to see you here. Who else is in there? Great image, Tim. Oh, telephoto. Yeah, very good, mate. That's very good if it's telephoto lens. That's a tricky thing to do. Alrighty. One thing left to do. We are going to make the hat sing again. Where is it? Where's the button? There we go. Here we go. The hat's going to go off. Woo. Who's got a crazy hat? Yeah. All right. Hey, Nuns. How you going, buddy? Merry Christmas. All right, I'm just lining up the image critiques from last year. I think we can stop that, eh? What do you reckon? No, don't start again. Crikey, crazy hat. Hey, Big Oz, how you going, Chris? How are you, Nuns? I don't know if you could hear me over my hat before. Good to see you here, buddy, for the Christmas special, the final show of the year. What we're going to do, so today, I'm not going to be critiquing any images. I'm going to take you through the 45 images that you were kind enough to send in and have the ability then for me to have a show. So thank you, a really special thank you goes to those of you that sent your images in 2019 for image critique. And we're going to go through and we're going to showcase these 45 images. They're all the ones that I have edited So they're all the finished version of my edit. But I can take no credit for the image, as I did not take the image. All I did was edit it through the critique show. So I want to remind you, if you do want to get some images onto the Pixel Chatter show in 2020, the link is down below in the description. You can email them through. I will still be taking plenty of images over the break. And then when we come back in the new year, that'll give me a good selection to choose from. If you've never sent an image in for critique, I encourage you. I'm really big on making it clear that there's no right or wrong. I'm not here to say I'm right and you're wrong. It's more about everyone learning from it. And the reward comes from when I have people like this morning at the catch-up, Therese Elsie said to me, I've learnt a lot from watching the show every week about how to use Lightroom. And to me, that's what this is all about, right? For her, that's the lesson she got out of it, was watching the shortcuts and learning from the way that I edit images in Lightroom meant that she got better at it in 2019. How cool is that? That's what this is all about. All right, so if you have images that you want to get critique, shoot them into the show, and we'll get them onto the show. All right, I'm just going to tidy up the workspace a little bit. So we have the image, and I have a little bit of info, so I can tell you who shot the image. Okay, let's do this. Are we ready? Who's ready? Who's ready to go through these 45 images? Let me have a look. I'm going to show you a bit of a... We're going to start with a bit of a showcase of those images. Wow, look at all them images. Get rid of those. There we go. Let's have a look. Come on, computer, play nice. Doesn't want to play nice sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to do it manually. Let me go over here. Go. None says go. He says, come on, Ben, get it happening. All right. Problem is sometimes my mouse doesn't want to play games. My mouse doesn't want to play the game. All right, so there's the 45 images. All right, so let's go through them one at a time. Are we ready? I think we are. I think we're ready. So I would like to hide this over here. Let's expand the image out. There we go. Okay. We'll change this, hey? Let's go to black for the background. Bang. Now, if you don't know how to do that, there's my last Lightroom tip for the year. If you want to change the background behind your image, all you do is right-click on the background and choose a new color. So we're going to go with black. I like black. All right, so our very first one here. Now, these are in no particular order. I'm not sure how Lightroom catalog has been organized. Maybe I could check that. How will we do it? We should sort by. What should we sort by? Capture time, added order. There we go. We'll do it via added order. That's how we're going to do it. Let's get back into it. All right, here we go. So, image number 1. This guy is known for being a great supporter of the show, and in fact, the entire Pixel Chatter show is a result of this one man being brave enough to ask me if I critique one of his images and then agreeing to have me do it live on air. It's Rob Roy. Great shot, Rob. Beautiful. All right, Kathy Mudge. This one was from Kathy. Nice shot. Beautiful. Next one. This one is from Lee Quimby. Well done, Lee. Thanks again, mate. Really appreciate you sending your images in 2019. All right, another one from Rob Roy. Can't thank Rob enough for being such a big supporter. We should all give him a big thank you in the chat right now. If you're grateful that Rob started the show, let him know in the chat right now. Beautiful. This one is from, I think this is, have a look, Anthony Younghusband. G'day, Anthony. Another great supporter of the show. Thanks, Anthony. How good is that? What a top shot. Next one, Ren Thielen. Good stuff, Ren. Thank you, mate, for being such a big supporter. Really enjoyed you sending your images in, and always good to catch up with you when I'm in WA, mate. It was good to see you there. Another big supporter. Anthony Younghusband. Another one from Anthony. Big supporter, mate. Thank you very much for supporting the show. Really appreciate it. Alrighty, as we get through these images. Another one here from Rob Roy. Beautiful. He gets some spectacular shots in the autumn time, or what you call fall over there. Beautiful. Nice shot, Rob. Craig Gillespie, I think it is. Craig Gillespie. I've just got Craig Gill in the copyright there, but I think it's Gillespie. Thank you, Craig, for sending this in, my friend. This was a great example of an image that where we pushed the shadows. I remember pushing the shadows in this one. Great stuff. Another one by Rob Roy. Look at this. Beautiful colours. Autumn colours with the mist, the road, nice leading lines. Beautiful. Another one from Craig Gillespie from his trip down in Tassie. Nice. Nice work with the leading lines. Grabbing the log, leading it through to the sun. What nice colours, eh? It's hard to beat a morning shot. Even though this is a sunset shot. So you know what's interesting about this one? It was captured Christmas Day, 8:45 p.m, 2018. Didn't realise that until I just looked at the EXIF information. Thanks, Craig. Another one from Craig Gillespie. Beautiful. Look at all those stars. How good is that? So honoured to have you guys as supporters of the show, sending these images in. Dennis Stewell, another big supporter. Den, thanks, mate. Really appreciate your participation in 2019. It's been great seeing your images. Beautiful. Ren Thielen, Sugarloaf Rock down the south of Bustleton Jetty, about half an hour drive from memory. Can't remember, something like that. Beautiful spot. Once again, Ren, a big supporter. Love your work, Ren. Brian Willett, another big supporter of the show. Brian is here every week, come hail or shine. And you can thank Brian because whenever I forget to do something, he gives me a nudge. I really do appreciate it. Quite often I get busy and I forget to put a challenge up. And Brian just gives me a nudge with a message. And we get it done, don't we, mate? Couldn't do it without you some days, Brian. Thank you so much, mate, for being a part of the group and supporting the channel all this time. Really do appreciate it, buddy. Good shot, by the way. Love it. Rob Roy. Not only does he get beautiful autumn colours, but he gets snow. Who's jealous of Rob's location? My gosh. I've got to get over there at some stage. Definitely got to get over there at some stage. How good is this? Steve Algie, also known as F73 Photography. Beautiful shot, Steve. Steve is a class act when it comes to his photography on the North Coast, mid-North Coast. It looks like we'll have him at the Nelson Bay catch-up. Love your work, Steve. Nice one, mate. Summersby Falls. Beautiful spot. Therese Elsie, another good supporter. Thank you again, Therese. Therese was at our catch-up this morning. Yeah, Nuns wants to visit Rob Roy as well, eh? I'm not alone. He's in a beautiful spot, isn't he, mate? We'll have to get on a plane to go and see him. Look at those sun rays, Therese. Lovely shot. Thanks, Therese, for being a supporter. Really appreciate you hanging around, the VIPs. Being a very important photographer. Very important to me. Now this one was from Max Van Ryn. Check out that shot. I think it's the only image we got from Max all year, but I'll tell you what, it was quality. Absolute quality. What a location. Thanks, Max. Appreciate you sending that in. Wow, another one from Rob Roy. I think we'll have to do a VIP trip. Yes, there's going to be a Nelson Bay catch-up, nuns, in January. Around the Australia Day holiday at some point, there'll be a Nelson Bay catch-up. Look out for the dates. I'll be setting it soon. I think we'll do a sunrise somewhere in Nelson Bay. Dennis Stewell. Some amazing landscapes around the world, isn't there? It's one of the things I get to do, is I get to experience all these amazing landscapes as I edit these images. Insane. Have a look at that. If you haven't picked it up already, that's a road down the left there with a car on it. That gives you the size of the scale of this mountain. Incredible. Another one from Rob Roy. I really like this one. I love the leaf on the rock and all the lines in the water. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Once again, Rob supporting the channel. Big supporter for 2019. Ren Thielen. Another great shot from Ren over there in WA. Hall's Head sunset. Lucky enough to get the sun setting over the ocean. Does make WA that special place, doesn't it? Thanks again, Ren. Stephen Cast. Beautiful shot. Stephen's another big supporter, been a long time supporter now over in New Zealand. What a lovely shot. Very, very moody. Beautiful colours. And of course I made it into a pano, didn't I? Love me panos. Thanks, Stephen, for being a big contributor and supporter of the show, mate. Really appreciate it. Amanda Keys. I met this amazing woman on the Cradle Mountain workshop that I had the pleasure of co-presenting with Michael Sneddick from Wild Nature Photo Expeditions. Ran a couple of workshops with him as his co-presenter. And Amanda's an amazing woman. Been through a lot, keeps smiling, and loves her photography. Thanks, Amanda, for supporting the On Three Legs channel this year. Really appreciate it. It was great to, really a pleasure to meet you. Laurel Box. Another fantastic, consistent supporter of the show. Laurel, thank you. I appreciate you. Fujifilm shooter. Love our Fujifilms. And it's great to see your photography coming forward in leaps and bounds, Laurel. Beautiful. Greg West. Another supporter of the show. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate you, mate. Sending quite a few images up from the north of Sydney. This one's Taylor's Beach. Love a good jetty. I think you know I love a good jetty. I do love a good jetty. Rob Roy goes to this tulip festival every year. How good is this? What a shot. What a shot. Hot air balloon over the windmill with all the tulips. Man, well done, Rob. Dennis Stewell. Very nice, mate. Capturing the water on a waterfall. Great. Shot midday. Brian Willett. Very nice shot. Shot in very moody weather conditions. Brian says we get sunsets over the ocean in Victoria during summer. Nice. I might have to get down there. Rob Roy. As you can see, Rob's a big contributor, as are many of you. And it is much appreciated. Without these, by the way, there is no Pixel Chatter. There is no image critique. There's no show. Another one by Rob Roy here. I think he went and shot this twice, actually. That's one thing with the Rob I love is watching his growth in photography over the last couple of years, as I've critiqued many of his images. Same for a lot of you. Yes, very nice, Brian. It was, wasn't it? There you go. Greg West. Another one from Greg. Nice little waterfall cascade. Sometimes it's the finer details, isn't it? When you capture those finer details. Dennis Jewell. Self-portrait. Check that out. The Grand friggin' Canyon. Is it? Canyon Lands. No, I don't think it is the Grand Canyon. That's Canyon Lands, Utah, USA. Looks pretty grand anyway. What a selfie, eh? I thought my selfies were pretty good, but man, you beat me hands down there, Dennis. Thanks again, mate. Oh, my throat. It's not playing. Here's another one from Laurel. Laurel's like me. Gets attracted to these amazing colours. Nice shot. Look at those colours. Rob Roy. Another beautiful shot. What a location. Very, very honoured to have critiqued all of these images this year. Very, very honoured. Very honoured. Stephen Devine. Another gentleman that I got the pleasure of hanging out with in Tasmania. I met Stephen at a camera club talk I did here in Sydney, and he came along to Cradle Mountain with us during Michael Sneddick's workshop, and this was one of his images that we critiqued on the show live. Beautiful. Such a nice spot. If you haven't been to Tassie, place to be. Thank you, Stephen, for contributing to the show this year. Appreciate it. Dennis Jewell. The waterfall. Beautiful. Very nice. Look at all the detail in that. Lovely. Lovely. Laurel box. Another very cool composition with one person standing there staring out to the ocean over there on the left. Another strong supporter of the channel. Thank you, Laurel. Rob Roy again at his tulip festival. How good is that? These tulips are just incredible. Incredible. Once again, made into a pano. Maybe that's something I have to try and detox myself from next year, eh? Panoramics. Oh, look at that one. Beautiful shot. This was Dennis Jewell as well. Nice one, Dennis. Just love the layers and the mountains, the colours, the pastels. Beautiful shot. I would be happy to have any of these hanging on my wall at home. Any of them. They're all beautiful. Another one by Dennis Jewell. What a beauty of a tree. What a spot. What a location. Blue Ridge Parkway, Virginia, USA. Feel like I'm travelling around the world as I go through these. Another one from Rob Roy. Calmers, Washington. Round Lake. Nice reflections. Wow. Another one from Rob Roy. Check it out. I tell you what, some pretty amazing landscape where Rob is. There's no doubt about it. Very, very nice shot. Dennis Stewart. Another nice shot, Dennis. Closing on the last couple of episodes of Pixel Chatter now, aren't we? I think that's it. That was the last image that we critiqued on Pixel Chatter. So there we go. That, my friends, is all of the images from 2019. Thank you to those of you that contributed in 2019. As I said before, without you guys and girls contributing your images, there would not be a Pixel Chatter. So a big round of applause and thank you to each and every one of you for supporting the channel. Not just for those of you that send the image in, but for those of you that jump on and watch it, that give it the thumbs up, that have subscribed, that are VIPs, that regardless of what goes on the YouTube channel, hang around and stick around for whatever comes next. I'm excited for 2020. 2020 is going to be exciting. There's no doubt about it. We're going to have a very, very fun year next year. And congratulations to all of you for those amazing images. I think you've all done an amazing job. An amazing job. Absolutely amazing. All right. So, that brings this show to an end. We started off with a little hiccup, didn't we, with the internet? But we are here. We made it to the end. And, as we close in on Christmas, it's a great time to reflect on the year that you've had. I'm a big fan of making sure I graduate in some way, shape or form. And what I mean by that is, if you can think about when you go to school, you graduate, you get to the end of the year, you do an exam, and if you do well enough in that exam and all the things throughout the year, you get to go to the next year. And I think once you leave school, sometimes people get a bit lost in their life. And they get lost because there's no guide as to how to graduate anymore, because you can graduate in different ways. But for me, it's always looking for how can I get better at something, or contribute more to something, or change something, better something, become better at something, or be better in some way, or contribute in some way. My big graduation this year, which you all know, it's been no secret, is my health. Super grateful that I've been able to meet somebody that was able to help me get that in check. And having lost 33 kilos, almost 33 kilos, the energy that I have is going to mean that 2020 is going to be a big year for me with the photography, the vlogging, getting out and about. The FJ Cruiser, the Chump Truck, is just about set up. I was out in it for its first night last night. In fact, there is some photos in the VIP group. If you've been in the VIP group, you'll see those. By the way, those that are in the VIP group get early access to pretty much everything that goes on. So if you want early access, patreon.com/on3legs, become a VIP. Here's the Chump Truck. That's the new tent on the top. Set up. It takes about 30 seconds to set up, and not very long for me to pack it down, a couple of minutes. And it was really comfortable. So it was a good first test. Learn a few things. And really looking forward to getting out in it more next year. So that's the Chump Truck. The other thing that's happened this year that's been good is we have had 45 images to critique. We've overcome the technical gremlins we had with the show. and we managed just to kick on, which was kind of cool, wasn't it? So here's what's going to happen in 2020. I want this to be more tailored to what you want. So the VIPs in particular, let me know in the VIP group if there's anything in particular you want to see on the Pixel Chatter show. If there's anything you'd like me to change. I get a lot of requests still from companies to do reviews of equipment, but I've sort of been turning them down. But if you say you want reviews of gear, then I might look at doing it. But I'll leave it at that. If you wanted that, I can do it, but I think there's enough channels that do it already. What I really want to focus on is bringing you content that inspires you, motivates you, and helps you to graduate in 2020. And if I can help you do that, I would be honoured. That would be a great privilege. So over the Christmas period, stay safe, spend time with your family, but be a little bit selfish and get out there and take some photos. Thanks again for your support in 2019. We'll see you next year. Take care. All the best. Adios, amigos. Over and out from me.